Hello and welcome to this next episode. In this video series we're checking out submissions to the Dungeoncrawler Game Jam of 2024. And this time we will have a look at The Reaper of the Depths by Cuprite. And before we jump into the game, well, the screenshots look quite interesting. The world as well as the... maybe that's a map, maybe that's combat. We will see. That also looks like combat though. Team incorporation. Ancient ruins. The catacombs as a whole, they are very old and abandoned by humanity. And solitude, not apparent from the start, but near the end of the game it's touched upon. This isn't the primary theme. Alright, let's have a look at the game page. Turn-based first-person dungeon crawler RPG starring a human living among the undead in an ancient catacomb when other humans invade. That sounds interesting. So we are a necromancer or something? Made in 9 days for Dungeoncrawler Jam 2024. Just like my last jam project, any feedback is welcome and thank you for playing. For those part of the jam in question, I chose 2 of the 4 themes for this entry. Ancient ruins, the catacombs as a whole, and solitude, not obvious from the start. Okay, we had that. Some important notes about this game. There are 3 floors total as of version 1.0, and they're randomly drawn from a pool of 6 possible floors. The lore has a skill called echolocation that shows a portion of the current floor's map. There are 2 switches on every floor, and both are required to reach the next floor. Okay, interesting. Please install the font provided in the font folder, otherwise the text will be displayed in Arial Black, which may cut off some text and render it unreadable. It also just looks bad. Okay, I need to look into that. I already downloaded the game. There is also a patch in the works, but it's not yet known when this will be released, so I am playing this 1.0 version now, but when you see this video, maybe there is a patch available already, we will see. So 1 second, I will start up the game and also see if this can be adjusted. And here we are. I installed the font. The game I will play in a window. Unfortunately, well, I can maximize it, but it will then just be stretched out and that looks horrible. So what I will do is that over there where you see the game, I just doubled the size with, well, in OBS it's called point, but I think it's just nearest neighbor, so that it keeps basically the pixels alive and doesn't add any blur. And I will play it in this rather tiny window, which is 640 to 480. This is an RPG Maker game. Maybe that also explains the weirdness with the font, but alright, we will see. I didn't read anything regarding the controls, but I will assume that it's just the same. The usual, I mean. Shopkeeper. Alright, that should be everything. And before you go, please sign this. You know how things go by. I always hate it when I need to enter that and suddenly you need to use arrow keys. Can I use the mouse as well? No. Alright. Thank you kindly for stopping by. I hope to see you again. Some food, a couple potions to turn into medicine. Water, perfect. They're all gonna love this. Back home at last. Very nice intro cutscene here. Is that an assassin? Hmm? There, I am back at my undead friends. Emergency! Humans are raiding the catacombs. What? Are you two okay? We're okay, but we chose to retreat to warn everyone else. There are so many of them. Was anyone following you back here? I didn't notice anyone, but why would anyone follow me? They could have gotten suspicious of the shopping trips or something. Regardless, we need to do something about this. It's a major threat. The lore. I have had something prepared for a long time for this exact scenario. This will take some time, but I'm going to cast an illusion spell on the whole catacombs. What? Wait, is that even possible? As a ghost, I'm fairly knowledgeable on magic, and this seems way too big to work the lore. I was a mage in life. You all know that, trust me. There we go. The spell should be in effect now. Hopefully this will slow them down. We still need to fight back though, but Kordanor still has no weapon. I believe I can help with that. Here, take this. We were going to give it to you after an official ceremony, but we have clearly lost that luxury. The Reaper's Skuth? I can't use this. It's the Death's treasure. What if I break it? There's no time to worry about that now. Take it and this outfit and defend your home. It suits you, Kordanor. We should probably prepare, huh? Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so WASD doesn't work. I need to use the arrow keys here. We got the Tomb Hall. What does the menu do? Open menu. Alright. We have 4 characters. Items. Guidebook. Recently obtained. All items. These are just filters. How can I go back? Escape. Alright. Skills. Potion Corruption. Transform a light potion into 2 dark medicines. Light physical slash damage to 1 enemy. Light magical ice damage to 1 enemy. Yeah, not a fan of the controls here. You can't do anything with the mouse, and with keyboard it's a bit weirdness. So Ghost, light magical ice damage to 1 enemy may lower agility. So for example, if I go into skills, I need to press space. Then I need to go to the character, click space again. Emit a wave, a sound to visualize your immediate surroundings. Then I hit escape, but then I'm back on the character level, not on the skill level. So I would need to select skills again to check another character. Equipment, Reaper Skithy, Skies or something, Reaper Cloak and Reaper Mask. A skeletal mask made to intimidate foes. Yeah, and here as well, I always go back to the main menu and not into the... Okay, I will just hope that I don't get too many items. Step count, 0. Location, the deaths. I've got 500 gold. Okay. Statues. Okay. Let's check the Tomb Hall. Yeah, I can rest and talk. Everyone needs a bit of shut eye every now and then, even us undead. Okay. We don't need to rest. Leave. Nice graphics and menu though. A ritual ground. A revive? Let's talk. I wish you the best of luck for the sake of our people. Okay, leave. Then we've got the Umbral Rose. And this is a shop. Be sure to check in often. Our stock changes as you get stronger. Looking for items or runes? Items. Buy. Okay. So right now I can only buy potions, basically. And for runes, Alpha Rune. Owned, can equip a primitive rune and the basis for others. Okay. Come again. So I don't know what these... Or is... Okay, there's no rune equipped at the moment. Okay, let's go to the catacombs. Controls for traversing the catacombs. Move forward, backward, left, right, step, left or right. That's a bit weird. Interact is C or enter. X is open menu and Alt is suspend. If you wish to view this again among the information, open the guidebook in your inventory. So Alt is a suspend. Suspending will allow you to safely quit the game when you are where you are now, and you'll automatically be brought back when you next open the game. The suspension is one-time use, unlike a permanent save. Keep that in mind when suspending. I'm not quite sure what that means. Maybe this... yeah, because when you get back into the game, it's not saved anymore. Okay. Okay. With C... Was C or... Okay. Okay, this is a tile where we can't go to. So regarding the perspective, you can see that you can not see anything. So what you see in front of you is basically the wall, but you cannot see the walls left and right. So at that point, I don't know if I can go into either direction. And like this, for example, right? To the right, it looks like it's completely open. And you can also not see the floor or the ceiling from the tile you are standing on. And I think that would be better also for orientation and so on. The tiles look stretched out. So it's yeah, it's about let me try to... I think you can see the cursor here. It's a bit weird with this recording. I mean, this tile is going from here to there, right? And I mean, this is like maybe 1 meter, or let's say that this is 1.5 meters, and then this is like 3 meters. So it feels like this is twice as long as wide. Of course, it's not, because it's also just one tile. But this is due to the field of view which is used. So the perspective isn't great. The movement, unfortunately, is also not great. It's not queuing up anything. And the transitions are relatively slow. So you will continuously feel like the movement is cut off. Like, I already had that multiple times now when I wanted to turn, but nothing happened because the input is just ignored. However, what you can do is press and hold the button. So if I go forward and then press and hold the left button, the left key, then it will turn at the at the first moment when this is possible. So this is then to avoid that it's feeling cut off all the time. There is basically a continuous turn, which is completely unnecessary, and I would also turn that off. However, because also unfortunately the turning is so slow, it doesn't create any issues here, because you will not accidentally turn twice. Because it's so slow, you can always get your fingers away from the key, and you will not turn twice accidentally. So it's still, you need to get used to the yes, a bit weird controls. Alright, seems like it's just a regular skull. Is that a secret or something? You've seen walls like this throughout the catacombs. They're usually either hidden passages or traps to deter would-be grave robbers. But with the illusion spell cast, you probably can't rely on your previous knowledge of those walls. All you know is that this one is just decorative. Uh-huh. Seems like this is just a regular skull. Alright. No music in here, unfortunately. No, what? You're just gonna walk right past me? Oh, Scully, did you think I were just one of the regular skulls lying about? And here I thought you would easily recognize me, Kordanor. It's me, Scully! I heard about the human raid, and I gotta say, this mission of yours is pretty damn risky. How do you expect to protect us if you're being ambushed left and right? Take me with you, and you'll have an extra pair of eye sockets. Look around, warn you of trouble coming your way. Scully forcibly joined you. He will tell you when you're close to starting an encounter while wandering the catacombs. His eyes will glow different colors, and the closer they get to red, the closer you are to an encounter, so keep an eye on him. He'll be in the bottom right corner of the screen whenever encounters are possible. Oh, and feel free to chat with me whenever you want. Just use me like any of your other items. Okay, so it automatically turns back. Boop, boop, boop. Does it help me here? No. So, was there a way to... Okay, Escape is opening this. How do I use the cast then? Items. Once a pirate in his life, this skull will help you to keep track of encounters. Well, Kordanor, let's get going already. Okay. I don't see any... Maybe the skull will only really show in the other levels then. Alright. Yeah, we have the skull in the bottom right. We also have some music again. It's kind of faint now. Let me increase the volume. Alright. Okay. And I think it's just a counter for when the next random encounter will pop up. So this is ice and we are just slipping forward. Okay. There may be a hidden path here. Will you try to go through? Yes, of course. There is a hidden path here, but it seems to be impassable from this side. No. Yeah, it's focused away from the game. Okay, we got 3 slimes. A horde of slimes splat towards you. Alright. Let's fight. Skills, potion, corruption. No. Attack. Attack. We can also select our targets here. Attack. Let's take the second one. Okay, looks like they... Oh, wait. Looks like they have some substantial hit points. Ah, okay. So if there's no target available, they will automatically attack the next available one. Victory, 6 experience and some gold. Yes. Ouch, seems like it was a trap. Uh-huh. Can we use this spell? Skills, the lore, echolocation. Okay, so there is a hidden pathway to the east. East is that side. Okay. The bitey duo approaches you. Now, I don't know what they're doing, so I will just attack with everyone. Critical, okay. Victory! Priestess, I sense a foul presence. Lost souls, your existence is a crime against God. I shall deliver you back unto the grace. This is an act of mercy. Forgive me. The priestess steps forth to vanquish you. Fight. Attack. What skills do we have here? Light physical splash damage to one enemy. I don't know if why you would use that. I mean, I don't know if it does more damage than a regular attack, but I guess so. Why would you use the skills otherwise? Okay, attack. Holy arrow. Chill. Summon symbol. Attack. Claw. Chill. It saves the last action you did. Okay. Oh, okay. So this is an enemy basically. Holy light. This does nothing. What? Celeste is fallen. Foe waits. I hope that it's going to die at some point. Ah, okay. Victory! Has leveled up. I have no idea. Let's pick strength. Reap! Stomp! Vampire blood! My lord, I return to you now! Yes. You hear something move in the distance. But now we need to go back, because we lost someone. And then we need to try to resurrect. Okay. Skills. But it doesn't show us... no, yeah. Oh, shit. Was that incorrect? Ah, okay. It was incorrect. Okay. Chewing! A pair of monster's eyes hover towards you. Stomp. Vampire blood. Share your blood with an ally to heal them. Heals HP based on vitality. Can we heal her? Nope. It will automatically select a different character then. Let's just fight then. No, this is also incorrect. What the... This... Ah yeah, I got confused with the... Yeah, I'm not a fan of random encounters. The bitey duo approaches you. Okay. Skirts. Yeah, but I have no idea. I know that there was this very long ice slide. I think that was here. Yeah, okay. Back home and there's a coffin. Okay, let's go to the ritual ground and bring the coffin with us. Revive. Celeste. 200 gold. It's not like we have a choice. Alright, I'll start. Put you on the circle. Welcome back. Alright, leave. Let's go to the hall and rest. Takes 100 gold. Okay, thank you, I hope you sleep well. Also nice that everyone has a different bed. Okay. Let's go to the Back to the catacombs then. So we defeated the priest. I'm not sure how many enemies there are. If it's basically like you need to defeat all 5 heroes or something and we killed the priest. Or if there's something else. Okay, but there's really nothing. Or at least I don't see anything. Let's use this echolocation again. There are different pathways though, but I don't think... Q and E was for strafing, right? Ah, yeah, but... No. Q is for strafing right, left, but E is not for strafing right. That's weird. Okay, well, we got to move forward. And we will end up with the next random encounter, I guess. Or let's see if there was something more on the left side. Yeah, we can go to the south areas. A variety of things approach you. Skills. Reap. Light physical slash damage to all enemies. Skills. Stomp. Light physical crush damage to one enemy. May stun. No, let's just use a normal attack. Chill to one enemy. That's quite a bit of damage. Okay, let's go that way and see where we end up. Great. Skills. So the other 3 to the left will probably bring us to a new location. A new path. Ah, okay. But we will just slide by. So we need to use this way. Now I'm a bit confused. Why was that? Okay, we slide it right to the end. I mean, there is a dead end, but let's see. Random encounter. 2 snakes. Fight. Fight. Just normal attacks here. Poison! And a level up, 90 gold. Celeste has learned Will of the Wisp. And we are getting poison damage. Hidden path, will you... I didn't see anything, but... Now there's still poison. Can we use... Do you have some poison thingy? No. I have no idea what I can do against the poison. Maybe it will just stop at some point. Anyways, let's have a look at the map again. Ah, okay. Let's first go to the dead end on the other side. Maybe there's still something there. And we have another random encounter. There shouldn't be anything. Let's just try it anyways. Okay. Nope. Fight. Fight. So, still no idea what I can do against the poison. I mean, worst case, he just dies and we resurrect him, and hopefully the poison is gone, and then... A treasure! You got 105 gold. Well, that was basically a random encounter. Okay. Spiders swarm you! Let's use the skill again. Reap. Attack. Skills. Will of the Wisp. Light magical fire damage to one enemy. It's not really worth anything like that. Because they don't have enough hit points anyways. Okay, that was a bit overkill, I guess. Level up here. Let's just increase the strength. Encourage, invigorate, shock. Okay. Now we need to get to the other side. Well, first we have another random encounter. Let's have a look at... Poison is still okay. Statues. I don't know what I can do against the poison. We did gain a couple new skills. Encourage an ally to make them stronger. Applies random buff. Invigorate. Buffs attacks. We had that. Shock. May paralyze. Okay. We can heal with the vampire blood. Heals based on vitality. Okay. Maybe we can just ignore enemies. But... Let's have another look at the map. Okay. What's that? Windows update. Okay. Random encounter. Okay, slushies. Okay, what I want to do now is vampire blood on this guy. So it seems like we just got to ignore the poison, which is a bit annoying. Okay, I kinda lost my orientation again. Yeah, okay. North. Uh-huh. But this looks kind of special with the blood or whatever in front of it. Maybe that's our blood now. Escape? Maybe I can just escape them all. Is this just the... Let's go the other route first, because the other way is just a dead end, and maybe we find something at the dead end. It's a bit misleading with all these secret thingies. We are also running out of... Okay, so that way we can go back. This should work, but we were already on the other side. Yeah, okay. So that does not always work. Let's see where we will end up here. Yeah, we are running out of mana, and at that point we will have an issue with finding our way home. Yeah, this is well, I will just try it. Fire Mage. Cold, so cold. Why did it have to be ice and snow? Why couldn't it have been fire and ash? Yeah, this is perfect. I'll use these monsters as fuel for a bonfire. Oh, these are two. Two mages start slinging their spells at you. Skills. Reap. Skills. May lower strength. Let's use the chill. Skills. Can't do anything, so attack. 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 Okay, that was easy. Level up. Has learned either transfer. Cold, so cold. Ugh. Okay. Flip it. Yes. Here's something move in the distance. Yeah, but finding where anything moved is a bit of a pain. I mean, there seems to be something, but we should probably try and head back before we lose. Before we, I mean, we already have no mana left, so for the map, so we need to go back. At least nobody is poisoned anymore. Alright, there was this secret passage. Yeah. Right. Skill, can't do anything. Okay, attack. Nah. Level up. Strength. Deadly Edge. Hypnosis. Alright, so let's open the menu. So the poison is still active, so I have still no idea what to do there. Let's go to the tomb hall. Talk. Leave. Ritual ground. Revive. Hopper, right? Put him in the circle. With some money. Welcome back. Umbral Rose. So runes are just buffs, right? Alpha rune, beta, gamma, delta. Vitality, this is strength. Special rune that enhances the power of magic. Let's just buy one of these. This is for everything. Let's buy one of these. Okay. Items. Buy. Potion for humans. Heals. Potion for undead. Crystal water. Revives. Cures poison. Okay. Let's buy a couple of these. Yeah, go. Fine. I feel like I am already overpowered anyways. So how can I use this stuff? Okay. I guess that's a mage. How can I use the poison potion? Or do I need to use that in fight or something? Weapon. Maybe it's a skill? No. I don't know how I can use that. Ah, it's in items, of course. Fairly standard herb, yeah. Book. Alright, let's use this. Okay, let's leave and go to the hall and sleep. Rest. Oh, it costs too much. Okay, then let's not rest. Well, actually we should rest, but I will just do a one random encounter to get the money and then I will rest. I could have sold an item, but... Okay. Snakes! Fight. Attack. Actually, we can also try new stuff. Invigorate. No. Claw. Skills. Either transfer. Ally stamina. What is stamina? Heals 25. Alright. Well, let's just attack. Alright. 90 gold. That should be enough for resting. Boop, 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 boop. Okay. Let's go to the Tomb Hall. I mean, it's a bit weird that we need to pay to rest in our own... Well, maybe it's not our own bed, but okay. But aren't we supposed to live in that dungeon thing? Well, anyways. To the catacombs. So we need to get to the south east. Swing. Okay. Fight, 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 fight. Yeah, I think there's the fights are relatively frequent, not as frequent as I have seen in other RPG Maker games in different jams. But they are relatively frequent, and there are lots of things where it just takes time, like when this melody plays at the end, which I wish it was just skippable. Alright, let's have a look at the map. I think we are right. Fight, fight, fight. Okay. I think I have been there already. Yeah, exactly. Need to go the other way. Swing. Slimes. Fight, 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 fight. And in the end, we are not really like fighting for our lives. These fights are not challenging. It's just consuming time, basically. I mean, we have a lot of skills and so on, but it doesn't seem like we need to use any of these to battle most of the encounters. Skills? I think the... where I was mentioning before that there was blood in front of the door, this might actually be a walkable tile now. So maybe because I pulled this lever. So this was basically a cross section. First we went from north to south. And then... no, I think now we are back. Yeah. We still need to go there somehow. Maybe there's also a secret passage in that wall here? No. How am I supposed to get to the south room? Yeah, like this. It's just taking some... ah, frostbite. That doesn't seem to be any other path. And as soon as you start exploring and thinking about where to continue, these random fights are just annoying. And they're basically breaking the balance, probably, of any tongue lash, of any other combats to come, because now I basically grinded to a higher level than I intended to have. So... there's another one to the south. Ah, okay. No, I accidentally went back to the wrong location before. Okay. Ah, okay. So now we are in the next dungeon. 2 aqueous splats. Okay, they seem to have a little bit more in hit points. Tongue Lash. Medium physical crush damage to one enemy. May paralyze. Let's use that on this one. Frostbite. May lower evade. Hypnosis. May cause sleep. No, that's just attack. Okay. Let's have a look at the map. Seems to be quite big. Okay, let's first go to the north. Because this seems to be a dead end. And then we have this... Oh, the door is blocked by metal bars. Maybe there's a switch nearby. Maybe not nearby. Okay, let's go to the west. Okay, these... Maybe there are the easier ones again. No, it seems like they are also buffed up. Otherwise they would have died already. Deadly Eye. Reap. Ah, no poison though. Reap! Okay. That's a bit... Let's have another look at the map here. Let's try the north path first. I would have preferred just some static encounters guarding special locations. There is some blood splatter there. Okay. A horde of spiders. I will just use the Reap again. Own ether to give an ally stamina. Heals. We will probably use that for just... Because he basically has the only spell which really makes a difference, and so we can just bump up the mana with this character. He has Vampire Blood, which is also nice. But I think all these single target attacks, they are not too great. Strength again. Discourage. Bloodsuck. Okay, that sounds interesting. Okay, and we are pushed back. So, but this door is probably possible to open that then later on with... No, it's not. Okay, never mind. Or maybe it's the path down to the next dungeon. But I think it was mentioned that there are only two, so... Well, maybe there's a third static one. Okay, there's a chest. Chewing! Fight. Skills. Discourage. Enemy to make them weaker. Applies random debuff. But... Usually with these things, killing is better than debuffing, so I rather kill my enemies. But there is no reason in debuffing. Okay. Let's see what we got in that chest. 2 dark medicines. I still have no idea what this dark medicine is good for. Let's have a look at the items again. A corrupted potion for undead. Ah, okay. Oh, we probably don't need that. The graphics are quite nice and consistent though. So this is a knight or something. Yeah. So far, nothing but slimes and snakes. I'm beginning to think that claim of undead living here was unfounded. Well, shut me up, I guess. Time to kill some undead. Okay, now we can use some 2 knights charged towards you. Now we can use all our, well, not debuffs, but damage spells, I guess. Physical Crush. May paralyze, may stun. This is medium physical damage. Let's just use that. Ether Transfer. No. Frostbite. Ah, let's use that. Okay. And medium physical pierce damage. Drains HP. Okay, they have some more. Yeah, the melee damage doesn't seem to do a whole lot. Oh, they do some significant damage. Okay. Skills. Medium physical slash damage to 1 enemy. May poison. Okay, let's use that. But we're also running out of mana now. Skills. Stomp. Skill. Ether Transfer. Skills. Bloodsuck. It's not a lot of heal though. May poison. Can't use any skills anymore. Frostbite. No mana anymore. Unfortunately, that means that I need to return all the way. Drain Chi. Spook. I wish I left when my suspicious first arose. Indeed. Flip it. You hear something move in the distance. Okay, let's have a look, well, at the map, but we can't open the map anymore. So this will now be painful. Heals spell points. Okay, fresh. So we need to go back. I mean, I can just... Well, let's use it one time, this map spell, and see if there's anything else. This might bring us back more quickly. So let's try that. And I think metal bars, maybe there's a switch nearby. Yeah. Okay, but this is the way back. A horde of slimes. Alright, fight. Skills. Reap. Attack. 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 Bad. I mean, this is still quite a long way back. Okay. I have another look at the map here. I think that's right. We can also use the other way again and see if that other door was unlocked next time after resting. I'd be interested to see if anything changed there. A miss. I think we can use that as a shortcut, right? Yeah, exactly. We got one other fight. Okay. Alright, let's sleep first. Then this way we know how much money is left. I like this this menu in between, it's cool. Okay, leave. Let's go to our... No, that was the wrong one. Let's go to Umbral Rose. Shop. Runes. But I don't know what these other characters actually use for their attacks, so it's kind of random. I can just assume that she uses magic. I mean, let's just buy these runes which are... Ah, Theta. I mean, Vitality is good for everyone, right? Let's just buy 2 of those. What's... Smoke Bomb. Leaving opponent for escape. An opening for escape. Lowers encounter rate for 25 steps. That's not much, though. And that's basically insane, right? Because, I mean, for fleeing maybe, but why should you pay for less grind, which is, I mean, this is, you profit from every random encounter, because usually you don't lose anything. Cures fear, mute sleep. I don't think we encountered that yet. So let's just buy a couple of those and... Need anything else? Nope. Okay. And now... let's equip these runes. Theta rune. Alright. Let's go back to the catacombs. And as I mentioned, now I wanted to go to the southwest and see if there was, there was a door which opened by one of the levers we pushed a while ago. There was a door with the blood in front of it. I think we needed to take this one. Nope, that was the wrong one. I don't remember that evasive herb. I think I completely missed that before. So I need to go one line further. There. Maybe not. I don't quite remember where that was or how we got there. I think I will just ignore it then. Okay. That was the secret passage. Maybe we can now also use it from that side. Ah, okay, so we only needed to unlock it once. It would be nice to have an idea what the different values actually do. Like what's maybe vitality is just hit points. What is agility doing? I have no idea. I mean, possibly it's evading chance. But if you have no idea, maybe it was shown when leveling up, I'm not sure. But I don't think so. Okay, we need to go to the south here. I don't think this is the right way. I think that's the way I was coming from initially. I think this game would actually have profited from a real map which you can access at all times. Because the process of looking into that every time. It's a bit cumbersome to just open it. Then you're also spending mana. Then you might run into the wrong direction. And that will then trigger additional enemies, which leads to additional combat. And I don't think that's a great... Yeah, this is wrong. Yeah, that way it kind of feels like I don't want to find the right path again. It's and of course I'm just getting stronger and stronger on my way, making the game too easy and breaking the balance. So there was no information about what these things do. Let me have a look at the echolocation again. I have no idea anymore where that was. I should probably not have used the shortcut, because that screwed my orientation with where I was initially coming from. Maybe I should just take screenshots and put them together to not lose that. No, I think I remember now. Okay. So I need to move that way back to the south. Then I need to slide to the other direction. Then there was this room with the two pillars. Ah, poison, but we still have the cure. Items. Poison. Alright. Yeah, I think drawing your own map in this case would actually have been easier than this using the skill. So we have Ignis, high magical fire damage. But let's use Reap. Drain Chi, medium magical untapped damage. Lowers own attack. Spook. May mute or cause fear. Bewitch. Command a human enemy to fight their allies. No, let's just attack normally. Yeah. So, this door was closed. And glaciers. Oh, wrong. Okay, I will go to the west now. And go this spiral. Nah, okay. That was just one random encounter, which we will now face anyways. Another level up. Cover. Well, there are quite a lot of skills in the game. Most of them don't really have a purpose, I guess. Alright, let's have a look at the map again. I think I went that route before. So let's go to the other side. And there was also a spiral. Yeah, let's go to the... use that spiral. A tower of slimes splat towards you. A tower of slimes, alright. Reap! Bam. That. Yeah. We got more gold, much more gold in the fight before. I think that was over 200 gold. $300 gold. Oh, okay, so this is yet another dungeon. The switch is stuck in place. No, this is where I'm coming. This is where I was coming from. No. What? Weird. Ah, this was the secret. Okay, this was the shortcut I was using before. Okay, I already forgot about that. Okay, never mind. So we need to go further to the east then. Slimes. More damage. Aqua. Unfortunately, I'm already running out of map juice. So if it's going much longer, then I would already need to return. Aha. Hey you, bandit. The hell are the zombies and crap? Thought there'd be a ton of them. That's what everything been saying. Well, speak of the devil. Time for my payday. Woo. 2 bandits recklessly launch at you. Skills. My Rapier, then protect the team from damage while being immobile for a turn. I mean, we can try that. Glaciers. High magical ice damage to 1 enemy. Let's try this. Bewitch. He has no mana, so I will just attack. Okay. Yeah, strength. Damn it, the money was with it. Here's something, move in the distance. Okay, we had this one gate at the start. So we need to return to that gate. But first, a random encounter. Okay, possibly the main character can already kill everything on his own. Exit of the cave, maybe in the south, with the water. All right, we need to go back. I should probably attack with the first guy. Attack the target on the right. Okay, there is another level. Okay, these are already 3-4 different paths here. Unfortunately, I'm running out of... Well, the pathway back is easy. This seems to be empty. Okay. Level up. But we didn't gain anything. Items. Cures poison. We can also use one of these potions. Potion for humans. I don't know if a vampire is a human. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Oh, so this juice here is actually poisoning you. Yeah, I need to run back now. Without a map. Yeah. Of course, this is getting more and more annoying the further down we go, moving back to the city. Fight, skills, reap. Items, herb. Okay, we also need to buy these again. Okay, now we need to head back to the town. Fight, skills, reap, and we don't need anything else. Yeah, but now I have no idea what way to take. Okay, this was the wrong one. So if I drew a map or made screenshots, I would have known. Okay. I can use it one more time, okay. Alright. Alright, so let's go to the ritual ground and revive the Lord. Plum. Alright. Welcome back. Leave. Now let's go to the tomb hall and sleep. Then leave. Go to the merchant. Let's see if there are any new runes we can buy. That was wrong. Okay. Xi is a rune that sacrifices physical strength for magical. A rune that makes strikes hit harder both ways. No thanks. A rune that grants resistance to magical elements. A curative rune that keeps the body healthy. An immunity to everything. Well, that's better than anything else. I hope that immune actually means immune and not higher resistances. Alright. Let's head back to the catacombs. I think I still remember the way. Then go through the secret passage. Then to the first door to the right. And then it's basically just follow the path. This was a dead end. Then we get into the room with the two pillars. Alright. Sorry. Nah. Set myself to doomed. Alright. And toast. Alright, here we just need to go straight forward. And now we are in the new zone. This was an empty room to the south. Here I need to... Actually, I should not get poisoned if I step into this juice now. I'm not sure if I should use my skills here. That's a lot of damage. Okay, I should use the skills. Cover, drain, light physical. One enemy. Yeah, but it's... The ether transfer is probably more useful. He needs to do that. And here... Oh! That did quite a lot. But the damage here is quite intense. Fight, skills, reap, skills, cover. I mean, this only works for 6 fights. It's not super useful with this, not even with 6 fights, less than that. Let's use that. I mean, that's also not much better. Mana is not enough here. Yeah, the damage is pretty excessive, so that possibly means that I need to run back and forth a lot for healing and reviving and whatnot. And this also means that random encounters getting even more annoying. Fresh water heals spell points, cures fear, heals max HP. He's undead, right? Heals. Ah, this was spell points. Okay, that was not what I wanted. Okay, I can continue exploring. Ah, hidden path. Let's continue that normal path and then head back into that one. Ah, okay. Fight, skills, reap, skills, cover, skills, high magical damage, skills, shock. Poison blob. Okay, that's totally useless. Ah, no, this is for the follow-up turn then. But this is probably still pretty useless because usually in the second turn enemy is dead, so... And he cannot do anything anymore in this turn. Yeah. Okay, hey you! Bandit, God, this place is the worst thing I've ever smelled and I've been around my crew. That's how you know it's bad. Speaking of bad smells, now a bunch of corpses walk up to me. Well, I've had it. I'm killing these things, taking the gold reward and leaving this place forever. The bandits recklessly launch at you. Okay. Skills, reap. Skills. Tongue Lash may paralyze. Skills may mute. Let's use this. Skills Bewitch may charm. Let's take that. Okay. That worked, but we don't have much left. Leveled up. We can increase vitality. Learned Wave Slash, Knockout Crash, Darkness. I'm sorry guys, I guess you'll all have to wait for your soap. Here's something move in the distance. But unfortunately I don't have any heals or anything anymore, so I've got mental herbs. Oh, that's not super useful. Maybe this is a shortcut. Hopefully it is. Let's have another look at the map. Yes, it is. So, yeah, unfortunately, I already need to go back to the starting town again. Slimes. Fight. Skills. Reap. Attack. Darkness. High magical untyped damage to one enemy. I mean, we can use a spook, but it's also only affecting one enemy. Bewitch. Hypnosis. Yeah. Miss. Yeah, I don't see too much of a reason to use these. Oh, now I use the... okay. Yeah, that was useful. Useless. But I thought he would at least have the other attack preset. Critical. Learned Fulgur. Yeah, I think I'm on the right path here. I can try. Ah, okay. So this is only reducing the chance, but it's not making you immune. That's annoying. Okay. My main character is dead, so that might be the end, maybe. Tongue Lash. Skills. Heals HP based on vitality. I should have used that before. Attack. Oh, that was a lot. Fight. I mean, once we are out of this level, it's fine again. Now, if there was a teleport between the dungeons, or if there was a real shortcut that you could just go back to the previous level, that would have been nice. But this path here, it's just too long. And all these random encounters every time. And heading back again. He's almost out of hit points as well. Stomp! Skills. Vampire blood. Na, okay. The poison is doing quite a bit of damage. Okay. Yeah. But he will not survive any additional turn. Let's go to the vendor, buy items. So we need... Maybe I should also buy this too, because for the last level it seems like this might be necessary to flee. Cures poison. Let's buy 5 of these. And now I will first use that. Yeah. Medicinal herb. Shop. Items. Buy. Before we buy anything else, let's leave. Then go to the ritual ground. And revive. Okay, then we will go back to the shop. Or let's first sleep. That was the wrong one. Because sleeping also costs money, so we better do that first, so that we are not running out of money before that. Okay, leave. Now going back to the shop. And we need to buy some... I don't think that there will be... Weirder 10 evasion. Slip past attacks. I mean, this Lambda rune wasn't super helpful. I mean, you don't get hurt every single time with the poison, but it's still not great. So well, let's keep it, and we need to buy items. A healing potion for humans. Mm-hmm. Five. Ups strength and magic. But this is probably just for the encounter. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe you can just... This is permanent and you can buff your team into eternity with these things. Anyways, our... Yeah, let's just use that now. Open menu. Items. Yeah. So this is only possible then probably within combat. Back to the catacombs. And we need to take the whole path again. Left side. Around the corner. This way. This way. And first random encounter. Experience. So let's have a look at when we will get another level up. So we need 200 more. Mm-hmm. I mean, I'm definitely not over leveled for the level we are currently. Well, we are currently in like the level we need to get back to. Mm-hmm. We should probably trigger the random encounter here and not in the next level. Alright, so... to the left side, I think we already saw everything. Maybe not. No, I don't think I think there was one additional... I will still just go to the right side now. Maybe the... there's one additional path, which I think... Okay, let's take this one. I think we will go back to where I have been before. Nah, not quite. Okay. Reap. Stomp. Well, in theory, we need to save all the mana there, and here as well. Here for transferring the mana to this guy, and here for healing. Okay. So there is a path south, but I will continue going to the east for now. And we need to use Reap every single time. Okay, that was not much damage. Fight. And with every single time, I mean every single battle. Am I in the same section again as I was before? I think so. But I don't think I have been... Oh. Yeah, okay. Ah, shit. Okay, I need to go back again. So next time I need to also pick up some resurrection scrolls. I mean, I can continue just a little. I can also not access the map anymore. Ah. Alright. Skills, reap, attack, attack. Another reap. This one I wanted to ignore for now. Okay. Okay. Skills, reap, attack, attack. That. At least this one is quick, but the other level is just taking forever to run around. Okay. And we got a level up. But that character was lagging behind, so that's just... yeah, now the same level as the others, I think. No. Got one more random encounter. Oh. Yeah, maybe I could have avoided that if I didn't accidentally sidestep. Actually, I shouldn't. Maybe the... I think it was mentioned Q and E does sidestep. Maybe A and D does. Oh, level up. Maybe Vitality, but I can also just keep stacking Strength. Vitality, let's use that. But I mean, we want to kill these enemies in the first turn, otherwise it gets... The damage just gets intense. And I don't think that a little bit of hit points make much of a difference. Okay, revive this guy. Okay. Leaf. Now let's sleep. Yes. Okay. Leave. Get back to the merchant, and we need to buy resurrection items, whatever that was. Revives. Okay. Fresh water heals spell points. Okay. And to the left. Secret passage. Okay. And now we are back. Or almost. Fight, skills, reap. Skills, tongue lash. Yes, let's use normal attacks in this case. Mm-hmm. 450 gold. Okay, I was going for the left last time, now I'm going for the right one. Uh-huh. Passable from this side, okay. Fight, skills, reap, skills, whatever is left. Attack, attack. Okay, all that. Light potion, but you're already carrying... alright. So that was pointless. Let's have a look at the map here. Okay. Not so useful. So this was the way back. And there's also just one more room in the other side. Okay. So here we are in that room. We can try to get that chest. A bit of gold. Not a whole lot. Yeah, the chests should have been a little bit more rewarding. 2 snakes. Skills. Reap. Attack. We can already use the ether transfer. Okay. So, these 2 ways are pointless at the moment, so we need to go this one. Fight, skills, reap, attack, skill, transfer. I will just attack normally. Level up. So there was this one door I left before. This one. Is that the secret passage, maybe? Which would just bring us back? Yeah, exactly. So this is the one which we should take on our way back if we go back. Skills, reap, attack, skills, transfer, attack. Okay, let's have another look at the map. I mean, in the end, I have been here before, so I don't think that's super useful. Fight, skills, reap, attack, attack, attack. A mush repel. Is that the way into the next one? Okay, let's not. Priestess, such an unholy abomination of a place, filled with pools of poison and populated by the dead. I feel bad for all of you, not only reanimated against your will, but thrown into a massive sludge pit. I will put you out of your misery. You shall not suffer anymore. We will see about that. Priestess steps towards you. Skill. Wave. Psy-magical slash damage to one enemy. Damage based on foe's defense. Let's just... I will just do a normal attack here. And here we'll do this one. This seemed to be quite strong. Here we can actually use the... Oh, let's just do damage. High magical ice damage, okay? And he can heal. Okay. I'm sorry, I failed to save you. Something move in the distance. So this will bring me back into this other section, I guess, where I killed this other hero. No, this is just for nothing. Okay. So I need to go the normal way back. With some additional random battles. Fight, skills, reap, attack, skills... Transfer, attack. Yeah, just that this never happens. But soon this will not work anymore. We need to go to the east. And I really don't want to go back again to the town, or whatever you want to call it, to the hideout. Now we can use that one more time. Yes. So now we are basically back at the beginning. Alright, fight with a normal attack. Normal attack. Skills. We need to transfer. And skills, we should probably heal. That was Vulgar. Vampire Blood. Alright. Fight. Attack. Skills. Transfer. Skills. Vampire blood on himself. Okay. I'm not sure if we really need to continue here though. Let's see. I mean, the exit was close by. Oh, yeah. Fight, skills, reap. Ams. And another level up. Let's increase the strength. There needs to be a passageway. Okay, this is the max level apparently. Okay, so we are wrong here. So you see, these, they can't gain any additional experience points. I will just try to kill these normally now. I think we need to go into the direction we were at the very beginning. I will use the reap again. Yeah. Unfortunately, we might end up with no mana in the next level then, if there is a next level. 3 slimes, I will just fight them normally. Skills, transfer. Nah. Okay. So we need to go to the east now. Skills. This is probably the right way. Yeah. Is this a full additional dungeon now? Doesn't seem to be useful here. Oh god. The symbol of depths. It's said to be symbolic. The earth, the dead were buried underneath. There's also no skull here. The symbol of depths. Okay. These stairs lead to the exit of the catacombs. If you need to prepare for what's ahead, turn back and do so now. Are you prepared? Are we prepared? No. Let's just... I don't want to run back now. Let's just use all the items we have. And I hope that I don't kill myself doing so. For the undead, we'll heal 25%. This is a ghost, alright. This is a hopper, no idea if that's a ghost. Okay. Here. That should be fine. So, then we've got light potion. Yes, this is for the main character. Then we got the fresh water. And I hope that this is enough. Yes. So, you got through my whole party. I've got to say, I'm impressed. But I, Ulrich, will smite you monsters where you stand. En garde! Ulrich, the paladin, draws his holy blade. Skills. Deadly Eye. Ignis. High magical fire damage. Medium physical splash. May poison. Encourage. Encourage an ally to make them stronger. No, let's use this. This one had been strong before. Let's use the ice thing. Vulgur. That was not much. That was much. Okay. Yeah, let's just continue. Shock. Oh. $100 damage. Okay. Oh, we still have these two cross thingies there. Okay. Reap. Can't do anything there. Bams. Okay. Victory, Ulrich's Holy Blade. Ulrich, you monsters have no place in this world. Say that to my face. Ulrich, impossible. A human abandoning their fellow man to side with the undead. Those monsters would hesitate to make you their next meal. Wouldn't hesitate to make you their next meal. These monsters are my family. I've been with them for years. If they were going hurt me, they would have done it long ago. No humans like you are the real monsters. No, humans like you are the real monsters. This all could have been resolved peacefully, but you didn't even try to do that. This is why I abandoned humanity. Though it's more accurate to say they abandoned me, rejected me for things out of my control, just like you're doing now. Are you listening to yourself? They are undead. They may have been human once, but they aren't anymore and never will be again. They are more human than you, that's for sure. Curse you, traitor! Bleh. Let's get back home. 2 weeks later. Shopkeeper? Alright, that should be everything. You know the drill. Thank you kindly. Always appreciate your business. Why do you still choose to serve me? Everyone knows my secret now, and every other human hates me for it. Do you not? Don't let what other folk think get to you. You were simply protecting your loved ones, right? I would have done the same in your position. I may not understand how or why you came to live in the old catacombs with those undead, but I don't need to. They are your family. You gotta look out for each other. Anyway, it's getting late. I gotta close up shop soon. Have a safe trip back home, and I hope to see you again. Thank you. It means a lot. And with that, we finished the Reaper of the Depths. Alright, well the whole intro, outro stuff, that was pretty awesome. The, as I mentioned with the perspective, there was some, yeah, some improvements which could be made. Same can be said about the movement. Queuing up would be nice, but because you could just move and then hold the turn button, it still worked kind of fine. Both could have been better though. What I really liked was that everything fits together very, very well. So the graphics and the sound, everything worked together. And while there were a couple of RPG Maker elements basically left, like the interface with the using potion and select the character, select the item and so on, so it was a bit more tedious than it could have been, but it kind of worked. I wasn't too annoyed by that. What was annoying was the random encounters. I think that should have been far less. And I think the running back and forth was just too much. There could have been like a town portal or something, and the I mean, there was the second level where you could just open a door at the end and then have a shortcut. Well, not shortcut, it was just a short way. So that was nice, because you could just go back and forth, but the first level that always took multiple minutes to run all the way, slide, that was too much. Going back and forth to town was not fun, and exploring a dungeon with these random encounters is also not fun. But this dungeon actually had some stuff you wanted to explore, so I think it was nice to have all these boss encounters, and they also had something to say, so that was nice. So gameplay wise, yeah, these would be the two things I would change. Have less random encounters in general, and have maybe a town portal or maybe some shortcuts to the beginning of the dungeon, so that once you finish the dungeon, you don't have to run all the way through it again. Yes, I already used the shortcut in the first dungeon, but it was still too long. And running back from the, like, before the end boss thingy back to the beginning, that would also have been a total pain. So, yeah, these would be the things I would, which I think could be improved. But overall, very nice game. Great entry by Cuprite. Cuprite, was that the name? Let me check again. Cuprite. I somehow added an R into that. Cuprite. Alright, by Cuprite, and if you want to check it out, you will find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page. Oh yeah, and it would be nice if the game was in a higher resolution. Even if it's just the same thing and twice the size, it's 640 to 480. It could have just been twice the size, or have an option to go full screen and still be in this letterbox with black borders left and right. But just so that it's full screen would have been nicer. I mean, you didn't quite see it because I already resized the game for you, but it is not big. That resolution on my screen, and I mean on a 4K screen it would have been even worse. So that would also have been nice, nice to have. But yeah, that's it for the Reaper of the Depths. As mentioned, you will find a link down in the video description to the itch.io page, and there you will also find a playlist with all the videos of the games I covered so far. And with thanks to Cuprite to contributing this game to the DungeonCrawler Game Jam 2024. And yeah, thanks for watching. Hope to see you again next time. Bye bye.